Hey, what's going on, friends? We're just getting settled in here. Sorry, we are a touch late. I prefer not to be late ever, of course. So, what's up, guys? Just saying hi here, waiting for Jay to jump on the building. New York in the building, very nice. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, squeeze them lemons. I like it. I like it. Lemonheads United, staying zesty. I like it. What's going on, Matt? Good to see you. Norway in the house. All right. Netherlands in the house. Very nice. Good to see the international audience in here. Love the guys who are working and jumping on. Very nice. Melbourne, Florida. Cool. California in the house. I like it. What else we got? Casey Olympia, Washington. Very good. Good. Very good. What's going on, friends? We got some exciting stuff coming up this week. I'm certainly pumped about it. I see Jay is typing in the group. Someone must have ruffled his feathers. Sure, he'll jump on in a moment, and then we'll be good to go. But yeah, are you guys feeling zesty? I know I'm feeling zesty. I'm just loving all things lemon these days. I continue to hear more and more good news. You know, I spoke to Jake again today. And, the guys have been obviously busy with launching things. I don't get on the phone with them as much as I would like or as I did once upon a time. So it's always good to get any kind of updates that I can get, even if they're in small doses. I'm liking what's happening a lot. It is, to me, just so refreshing the context, that we have, right, of getting regular, consistent updates versus not getting any regular, consistent updates. And I know which camp I'm signing up for. I like regular, consistent updates. I don't care if they're in fractions. I don't care if they're in piecemeal. I prefer any and all updates to the no update plan, to the stay tuned forever plan, to the, it just doesn't sit with me. Doesn't sit with me. So I don't know about you guys. Let's see. By the way, I am very curious about this. Which projects are you most excited about right now of the ones that you've heard about? Lemflix, Lemlotto, Lempay, any of these kinds of things. I am very curious about what your thoughts are. Let's drop those in the chat while we're waiting here for Jay to jump on. And I am still just trying to message him in a couple different platforms where I tend to communicate. Let's see what I can see if I can reach him. All of them? Yeah, well, I like that. I mean, that should be, yeah. Right. Hit yourself to the wagon. Hit yourself to the wagon. It seems like it's going the places you want to be going, right? I mean, that's the smart move, I think. Lemlotto, yeah, I'm very excited about Lemlotto. I'm also super excited about Lempay personally. I just think that could just turn into something so big. Lemflix is fun. Like the idea of having, a million users and getting a $1 a day from each of them. And then what happens when it expands, or $1 a month even, but it still could expand to a lot. Lemlotto, it was good. We got Lemflix, Lemlotto. I like it, Lemlotto. Amen. Very cool. Lembank and Lempay. I love it. Yes, sir. 100%. Greetings from Brisbane. What's going on, Sten? Lemflix, Lemlotto. You got me. I'm all over those. Lempay. Same here. Like the idea that Lempay can solve very real crypto problems to me is just like, that's just endlessly exciting to me. Solving on and off fiat ramps for everybody in crypto, paying your bills in crypto. You know what I mean? How do you beat that? Lembank and Lempay. Can't just pick two. I got you. The Lempay. I love it. You're going to do it telepathically? All right, it's good. Someone catches attention. He may just, sometimes he's just out and about trying to get to a spot. Yeah, he's coming. He messaged me back. So all good. He's coming, guys. He just needed to get to a spot where he could felt comfortable going live from, right? So we all need Lempay. I mean, the whole world needs Lempay. That's what I'm so excited about, right? When all of crypto figures out that this problem is solved, They may not realize they're coming to the lemon party for all the reasons they are thinking they're coming to the lemon party. But when they come for LemPay, then they're going to start taking a look around at what else is available. And I think that's just going to, knock their socks up, be something huge. What's up, Frank? Good to see you, man. Good to see you. LemPay for the masses. Yeah. I mean, yeah. You got through to him, Dragon. I like it. But LemPay will get all of crypto paying attention, right? Just imagine if a small percentage of all the market cap in crypto shifts over just because they were looking for a solution, right? Like, one of the things that's going to win in crypto that was always poised to win was real world adoption, solving real world problems. I'm sorry, but when I look at ETH and BTC and I see $10 and in some cases 10 hours for a transaction to go through, I've lost all faith that that's going to be a solution to the world's problems. If most of the world's only making $1 or $2 a day, but it's $10 per transaction on the Bitcoin network, that's not the winner, friends. That's not like Bitcoin. I'm grateful for everything Bitcoin started and stood for, but that's not the winner, right? Future chains are going to win. And I don't think Ethereum's the winner either. Like, the gas fees are out of control. In the last bull run, I spent literally several $1,000s just in gas fees on ETH chain. Makes me gag just saying that out loud. Like, that's how bad it was. Lemongrass, Lemon Shark. I'm good with those. Sure. What else do we got? Yeah. What other L2 favorites? I don't know. For me right now, I mean, I'm open to all of them, all of the L2 project, but I'm just because I'm kind of a little bit obsessed about Lemlotto and LemPay. I'm feeling like those are going to be just monster projects. I do think all of them are going to be great. I'm definitely planning to diversify across the board. No doubts about that. But just there's so many options, right? Like, how many promotions can we use Lemlotto for? What kind of things can we create with Lemlotto, right? In terms of cross-promotional stuff to promote the next big thing that's coming out. You guys have also seen the cat fits stuff. I'm excited about that too. And welcome to the stage, Jason Anderson. What's going on, my man?
How's it going?
Good, man. Excited to see you as always. Excited to dialogue. Friends, you know him, you love him. We're excited to have him here. So today, let's get some downloads and some updates from you, Jason. Everyone's excited. We took a few days off. Everyone got to cool their jets. We got to see the DApp. We got to see the Lemon Light papers, and we're excited for what comes next. So give us some downloads.
Well, you're going to start seeing some more progress obviously happen on the DApp. We've got some of the OG projects and that'll start popping up here now over the next 24 hours. I think that will be good. I want to address a few things on that because a question hit me, and I want to be fully transparent. There is no change in those 4 projects at all. Therefore, there was not a vote needed for any NFT holders. The current liquidity pairs are still there. The only thing that's a huge benefit, hold on a second. The only thing that is a huge benefit is there's actually going to be a second liquidity pool that will be set up that will be placed in with Lemon. So because it had no change to tokenomics, it has no change to anything of a negative format at all to a user, and anybody can put up a liquidity pair at any point in time in decentralized ecosystems of blockchain. It did not affect any user at all. There will be a vote before moving over to the L1 that the NFTs will have to make that decision. That will take place in plenty of time so that they can vote to come along. I do not see that vote being a problem, but obviously that's not for me to decide. It's something that they will have to decide at that point in time. So I think that right now I want to be crystal clear. If there is anything to do with tokenomics, if there's anything to do with anything that will affect a user in any way, shape, or form, then yes, there will have to be a vote on it.
Well, I love that because, that is the decentralized approach, letting the community have a say, have a vote, have a voice in these kinds of things. And it's unfortunate that not everyone in the world sees it quite that way. Some people sometimes think it's okay to make massive unilateral changes, and that's not always a good place to be in. But moving the NFTs over. Yeah, I'm with you. I think that vote's going to happen. So love that that the old projects are moving over. So why don't we set up the clarity on that so there's no confusion when it comes to Bev, Rev, Drip, and blocks? Are people going to have to do any unstaking, any moving of tokens? Are they going to have to collect rewards? No. Do they have to do anything with their wallets? Just anything at all we need to know about?
No, there's absolutely no effect on any of the users other than the website DApp that they go to in order to connect their wallet. Currently, they are on both dApps. I believe they'll continue being on both dApps for the next few weeks until the full transfer has happened. And then at that point in time, they'll just have to log into a different website to get to their dApp. As the new Lemon Tree app comes out, not only will these 4 projects be available to use that Lemon Tree wallet app, but actually all OG projects will be able to use the Lemon Tree wallet app.
Speaking of Lemon Tree wallet app, some of us are very excited about it. Any updates or ETAs for that you can provide?
Not going to provide any updates or ETAs because I don't want to miss a date, but I will tell you that review is happening currently right now with the App Store. It is not a finished product. As of yet, we're trying to get a finished product put out again, back published. I'm going to guess probably by Thursday, I think is the date I got from the tech call. That one will be a product that we can put out for a MVP to the public.
Very cool. Very cool. Oh, hey, look at Mr. Healy. Mr. Healy joining us. He said the OGs are now on the new DApp. He just looked. Boom. Very cool. All right. Awesome, Healy. Thanks for the update, man. Appreciate it.
I will tell you a couple other things. So I do have to keep an eye on the clock. So if you can do that for me, since I just got out of a meeting and I'm actually running to another one. I do have a surprise guest that will be popping in about 18 minutes or so. Okay. So if you can just put a clock down to make sure I look for him when he pops in, that'd be great.
Yeah, we got the timestamp ready to go. And actually, it's going to coincide pretty nicely. So you talked about liquidity pools. Is there anything else you want to touch on that front? Because, I mean, I think that is a genuine concern for some people that, is there going to be liquidity over here? We're obviously seeing that there's, let's call it struggles with liquidity on the old NFTs. So any comments or thoughts you want to discuss there?
Yeah, this will be something that will have to be voted on as part of the L1 if we wanted to add a liquidity functionality into the tokenomics. I have that for all of the 3 different tokenomics. You have blocks, which obviously is the deflationary. You've got Bev, which is a hybrid. And then you have the half-lives. And so there is a mechanism we put into all Lemon projects, which adds to liquidity and widens the base the longer they are alive. It's something that we realized with the OGs that, it was very volatile with a lot of liquidity jumping around from project to project. We want to have something that's more stable than that for the user base. But again, it's not something I can do for old projects without the node holders making that decision. But I think it's a good cause for it. I don't think we'll have a problem even having the discussion. But having said that, it will be something that will go out on a vote. You'll be voting on the DApp, and it'll be a very public vote, and everybody can kind of see the outcome of it.
Very cool. I love it. We are on the subject of tech, or we were a few minutes ago. Are there any updates about LemPay you can share? Because another thing that some people are very, very excited to see.
LemPay is up and functional. We have a DNS transfer right now for a domain. And I'm very excited that I believe Thursday you will be able to start using that functionality. Very cool.
Are you open to sharing said URL with us or not at this point?
Not yet. I got to keep stuff. You guys want me on here every day. I've got to keep stuff trickling in. You guys take everything every single time I get on.
LemPay, I think, changes, shifts the Earth's axis a little bit. So I'm just very excited to see it. That's all. But Very cool. So let's move on and perhaps discuss.
Terry, I will do something for you and Mike. You guys get to see it before anybody else. And you guys can actually do a test. And Mike is so great at these videos. I will have Mike go through with you, and you guys will be talking about it on a video and actually show people how it works.
Love it. Love it. All right. That sounds good. Healy, you listening to that? That sounds great. Good plan. Jason, why don't we move on to light papers? I think there's a lot of people curious and excited to see some of the new light papers of these L2 projects that we've been getting lots of drips about.
Yeah, so we do have some things that kind of happened this week. We got notice that we're going to be able to get these 4 projects over. That was a really important thing, and the dev team has wanted to make sure that we got that progress done as we start, obviously, this Thursday to start hitting some fireworks off on Lemon. So I think Mike's starting to see some of the front end part of that. There is some back end work that has to be done as well. I believe that should all be fixed and done by my night on Wednesday, which is morning Wednesday back in the United States. So if we can just give a little bit of bearing time for that, I believe a light paper will show up for an L2 project on Thursday as committed. And then that way you guys have the 7 days before that has the possibility to mint. And that's the schedule I'm really trying to hold to, so that everybody has plenty of time before minting actually takes place. So the swap mechanism is currently right now scheduled and on time for the LEM token on Thursday. I don't see any issues getting that out. If anything does correspond, I will be very, very heavily communicating. Even if it's 4 o'clock in the morning my time, I will keep in touch with the base. But we're doing testing right now, and everything's looking fantastic.
Very cool. Speaking of swapping and stuff, how's the progress coming along on this swappability of the NFT side of things?
That is the swap I'm talking about. Okay, so we do have the contracts in that done up in Sandbox, and right now we seem that I was thinking we're going to run into a couple of blips, issues. We're not seeing that. We are seeing another problem, and we're trying to reach out to make sure that we are giving any assistance that may need to happen with some users on unstaking and staking. It's not something on the debt technology on the DApp. It's something that is happening on the blockchain itself. We are looking into it. I have received several questions over about it. Because the MetaMask wallet is a pure code ERC20, that seems to be the fix for people that are having issues, but it is not wallet specific currently right now. You have some safe pals that are totally fine, and other safe pals that are not. You have some that are trust wallets are totally fine, and some that are not. So we're trying to track that down and assist the other team as much as possible to try to get either a reset in update code pushed so that there's not any issues whatsoever at all with people trying to correlate over, since everything is their assets. We don't want to have any issues there. I will tell you that if we see a major problem with unstaking, we will be very public about it. We will come out and I will give people a little bit more time to do that transition, which means you may have a couple extra days in staking rewards for some that are able to come out. I wish there was another option for it. Some may get a couple days extra benefit for it, but I got to make sure that we're trying to do everything as fair, as equitable as possible. So if you're having a problem with unstaking or staking or withdrawals or that, try and use a MetaMask wallet. If you're still having a problem, please write into support at thedebtbox.com as quick as possible so that they can try and track it down for you.
All right. Well, hopefully that just goes away. Hopefully MetaMask is a solution for everyone that allows us to just move forward and, skip right over those issues and move on to new and exciting stuff. Speaking of new and exciting stuff, you've been in and out of a lot of meetings, and there's always things going on, a lot of moving goalposts. Are there any new exciting updates that you may want to chat with us about?
Yeah, I've got a couple guys with me that, you get me on here and I get a little loose-lipped. Well, apparently they got a little loose-lipped today. I was actually in a meeting. I jumped out, and Derek's talking about the L1 and viewing it. Guys, we are currently right now in a very, very good place to transition. Validators will be out in the month of July. If you would like to become a validator, you don't need to ask if I want to do one, put me on a list. That's not how validation works. The benefit of being a validator is you will actually own the chain. It's something that you physically are responsible for hosting up that validator. I'm going to give you guys a couple sneak peeks of some benefits of what we are doing in the chain. I think that's going to be exciting for most. Validators cost money. The price points will come out later in July in a pre-sale. If you do not have money for a validator, don't worry about it. If as long as you have LEM token, you can actually go ahead and delegate your LEM token to a validator that is not full. You will actually earn rewards for helping that block be staked just like a validator will without the expense. You will not get a full participation of the gas fees throw me through, but you are able to participate in those gas fees just at a lesser amount, and the validator owner will actually receive a majority of those that he is staked in. But it's a way for everybody, whether they can afford a validator or not, to still fill a part. You do not give up possession of your token at all. It stays in a smart contract tied to your wallet. So you basically have two ways to benefit: purchase a validator, stake it and max it; purchase a validator and let other people stake on that validator for you. And then it's a split of those gas fees in that running. Another thing that's really cool, and we're going through it right now on different load tests, is a estimator for rewards in real time. So before you physically go and stake, you'll be able to see what the estimated gas is paying based off of the current validator activity level and the current transaction level that is happening on chain. This will give you the ability to say, yes, I want to lock it for a year. I want to lock it for 2 years. I want to lock my LEM token for 3 years. 3 years is the max. Or you can basically go ahead and stake and have what's called an unlocked stake, which means you can put it up there for a year, but it's unlocked. If you'd like to pull it early, you can. It's nothing that's going to distract from the ability to get your assets back. You will lose 50% of your reward if you do pull it early. But you can pull it anytime you'd like. It's just you're going to lose 50% of your upside with your gas fees. It'll go to either the validator owner, or it'll go to the other nodes on the network that are staked. So it actually benefits you for being able to move around if you need to, and it helps the validators that have decided to lock it away to get a higher benefit if you have some people walk.
Very cool. So I'm assuming that there'll be a cloud component, which probably ends up being the easiest solution for most people in terms of being a validator. What other requirements are there? So you're talking about staking and stuff. Any thoughts on what the requirements are going to be in terms of how much you have to stake and so on and so forth?
We're going to try to make this as easy as possible. Obviously, as the price of Lemon jumps around, there will be validators that only have seeds in them, not even full LEM token. There is a unique thing about this blockchain. We have an unlimited amount of validators possibility. So unlike a lot where it's a select few, they own it, they lock everything down, you can't participate, you aren't in early enough. This isn't that. But there will be a minimum, but it's going to be based off of the current timeline in the horizon of growth. It will be a dollar limit. We're going to basically come out of the bat with about a $500 limit to make sure a lot of people can participate. We're going to try and keep it as close to that as possible, but we need to make sure that rises over the course of time to make sure that the people that got in and that have a great opportunity to continue being validators, because we don't want to take that reward down so much that you get diluted. So I'm going to say right now it's about 500. That's what you kind of asked, but it's going to go up over the course of time, but it's not going to lock anybody out from it completely. It's just going to have a bigger hurdle to get in, but everybody can do it. The benefit of the way that the validators are is as long as you have a validator, you can actually stake on other individuals. So even though you may have a limit on your own validator, what you can do is instead of getting the validator, you can just go ahead and stake a few seeds on someone else's. Does that kind of make sense, Terry?
Yeah, very cool. Well, we're also getting the question if there will be different kinds of tiers, and I would just kind of add a 0.5 to that question. Is there, I mean, I know you mentioned that cell phones are a possibility, but if there were tiers of validators and we could have, some hardcore hardware, but then if there was a way you could be, I don't know, validator light, let's call it for now, on a cell
Mhm.
phone basis, and you decentralize the hell out of the network right overnight. So just curious if there's any thoughts along those lines.
There is. We are testing currently right now. It's only a two-tier. One is a mobile and one's a hard. And we call technically cloud is hard. They have to go somewhere in a mainframe. So whether you're cloud hosting or you actually are having a device in your house, that will basically be a tier one. Tier two would basically be any mobile device. You will have obviously less rewards possible because unless you're running the node in the background and you shut it down, you're just going to not earn as much potentially as your phone gets higher on storage limitations and or you've shut off your phone or that. So cloud option will probably be the most valuable for a lot of people. But we do have a mobile option, and I think that's really cool for blockchain. It's new, it's gravy. I'd love to get to all phone one day, and I think this is the first step to it.
I think that's fantastic. I just love that there is that option. Could we summarize, like, some of us who are knowledgeable realize that what validators are and their value to a network and that it's lucrative. And I did post a couple articles in the group to try and get people up to speed, but could we maybe in layman's terms do a little bit of a summary of like what is a validator, why is it valuable to the chain, and why are they being rewarded for participation?
Sure. So right now we're on the Binance Smart Chain. We announce it in every light paper. We're very open about it. We're not running on our own layer one. That layer one is actually where all of the data is sitting, meaning every single time you send, let's say, a block token from one wallet to another, it's not like it just shows up there with nothing that happened. You have to secure that particular transaction. It's done in blocks. So a validator goes ahead and is solving an equation to make sure that it is put into the block in the correct order so that the history of that transaction is permanent and it cannot be changed. It also makes sure and it sniffs out any malicious activity. So what's really happening is it's nothing more than a check ledger that is keeping track of the money at all points in time and where it is. This protects the ecosystem. It protects every project that's on that ecosystem. And a validator is a pivotal part of a blockchain. You've also heard a lot with Bitcoin mining. It's the same thing that basically is happening in proof of stake. It's just a different protocol. This is a proof of work. This is a different protocol being proof of stake or a delegated proof of stake. What's happening is you're solving the mathematical equations on the block and actually putting these blocks together that cannot be changed. And then what's happening, a validator is going behind it and verifying that transaction. And another validator goes back and verifies the transaction. Another validator goes behind and verifies that transaction. As long as all validators came up with the same equation and the solution, then you're good. Otherwise, the transaction will actually fail. And so it gets kicked back out. And some people have actually already had that happen quite a bit on Binance when the system gets loaded up. It's because it was not able to be validated in a certain period of time. And if you can't do that, it's better just to kick it back to make sure that there's nothing wrong with it and have you resubmit it. Every time you do those transactions, there is a small gas fee that is paid. Where that gas fee goes, it goes to the people that are putting that work in to get it done. And that is the software. It is that's the validator node. And so, this is blockchain. This is how it happens. This is how it gets decentralized. There is no core business that's writing these transactions down. It is you, the community. And this is something I'm very excited about to once again get further and further into decentralizing everything. The
Well,
other biggest part of validators is the votes. And we talked about this at the beginning of the call. So I'm going to talk a little bit and get a little lengthy here. Validators are who you're going to have to go to in order to proffer a vote for a project. The validation of that block or that vote will happen via the network, and the validators will make sure that the votes are coming in correctly. And if someone says yes, it is recorded on the blockchain. If someone says no, it is recorded on the blockchain. And then the tally is public for everybody to see.
well, I love that. And also, I think for those who haven't kind of pieced it together, that if you are using kind of modern blockchains versus legacy blockchains. And now legacy blockchains, everything comes in sequentially, right? And there's a sequential time stamping. But now in some of the more modern ones, you've got asymmetric events happening, and they still got to get organized all into one block. So that requires processing power, and that's kind of why you might need a cloud solution to get some of this stuff done. For those who are wondering, you
Right.
also mentioned, Jason, about on the 18-minute point. We are coming up around us. I just wanted to let you know that, but I do not see our guests as of yet. So I just want to let you know that.
Yep, I just he's going to probably come in under H.E, or he'll come in under Gray Wolf. He hides under that one. So just look for those two, and anybody can welcome him when he shows up.
Cool. All right. So voting in politics. Yeah, right. Yeah, voting in politics should be on blockchain. Yes, of course. But the reason why it's not is because it's too damn honest. And the criminal class does not want honest voting. They like having selections, not elections, unfortunately. But blockchains are an excellent solution to that problem.
That is very true.
That's great. So we covered the validators. Hopefully people got a good taste for that. It can be very lucrative, and it allows us to own a piece of the network, quite literally, right?
It does allow you to own a piece of the network. And so, everybody kind of asks, well, who owns the blockchain? Who's underneath it? Who's doing this and that? It's every single validator that physically is up and going. It's not the founders. Once we let it go, it is the validators. So the more validators you have, the more LEM token you have staked, you can rest assured that the blockchain is part yours.
Well, and I really love the tool that you're developing where you get these slide bars where you change a few variables in terms of staking and validating, and you can very easily and quickly decide for yourself, if I just adjust this or adjust this, the time frame and so on. You're going to see, what kind of rewards there are to being a validator and for staking. And it's lucrative, friends. I think you should be very excited about it if you're not yet. So that's good.
And you guys should be very excited as validators, because the more projects we put on the platform, guys, this is the more gas fees. Every time an NFT is minted, every time an NFT moves from one wallet to another wallet, every time an NFT gets staked or unstaked, every single time a trade happens over a DEX, or a token is sent to an exchange, or a token is withdrawn from an exchange. Anytime you physically have any transaction, including some of these that have multiple transactions in one, meaning you have a burn function, you have a send function, you may have a redeposit back into the ETI, you may have an airdrop. Every single one of those, you guys are validating, which means you guys are participating in that gas fee on every single one of those transactions. So the more projects we release, the more value that comes from day traders and that in the market. So you definitely want the 50,000 transactions a day. You want to have on a project, you want to have that type of value, because if you get to 50,000 transactions per project per day, and we get to a few hundred projects, guys, this is where it becomes very, very valuable to be a part of the ecosystem, and better yet, own it.
Well, this thing just keeps getting more and more exciting. And then, friends, when your rewards from being a validator come in, you can send it over to LemPay and pay your bills, or send it over to your Lemon card and, take your spouse out for dinner and that kind of fun stuff. So this whole circular economy is all kind of getting built here, which is just fantastic. Will these rewards actually show up on LemPay, or will they be showing up in the wallet that you just transfer to where you want?
It'll show up to the wallet that you designate. We are working on a function to have a forward wallet directly off the DApp. That is not done yet, but it is something in our wish list. It'll happen with the L1 conversion, so that you can actually have a staking wallet, which could be a cold storage wallet, and then you can have what's called a pay wallet, which could be your hopefully it's your LemonPay.
Right. We got someone come up with a new term called lemon daters. I kind of like that. That's fun. It's like, hey, I like that. Good thinking. I want to be a lemon dater. This is good. You will learn all about being a validator coming out soon, friends. The details will all be put forward. For the most part, it is largely a getting the hardware or contracting out the hardware, and a software program runs, and you're responsible for the costs associated with it. But it basically gets done for you. You don't have to sit there and program being a validator and doing all that fun stuff. So that's coming.
Hey Terry,
Yes.
can you
Yep.
do me one favor? Can you actually send the link to my
Yep.
Dubai phone?
Yeah, man. I got it. Yeah. I want me to send it directly to HE at the same time while I'm at it.
Yeah, if you do that.
Okay. I'll do it on Telegram then.
Yep.
I'll send the StreamYard directly over there. No. Okay. All right, friends, we're going to have a guest join us here in a moment. How exciting is that? Many people have been asking, and here we have it, or we're about to. So us lemon daters are going to learn about being a lemon dater, but you don't need to become a programmer to do that. So yeah, just let him know that he does have the StreamYard link in his Telegram.
Hey Terry, let's just go ahead and take the opportunity. I mean, you have me here, and we're waiting for our guests. So, do you see any questions in that are popping up in the chat? I talk a lot, but I talk long. Is anything coming up from individuals I did not explain?
Yeah, I am trying to take the questions kind of as they come along. I think we've kind of covered, pretty much everything that needs to be. Are the validation gas fees paid in LEM token? The answer is yes to that question.
Yes, absolutely. Okay,
Yeah.
so let's talk about what is paid in Lemon on everything from the DApp all the way moving into the L1. The only thing that will be available in the early days to be paid for in anything other than LEM, including validators will be in LEM. Your LEM staking will be in LEM. All L2 projects will be in LEM. Your gas fees on the L1 will be in LEM. The only thing that you possibly have an opportunity to use anything else is going to be the actual LEM token directly on the DEX, and the pairing options for the LEM token on the centralized exchanges, and the LEM NFT. That is it. Other than that, it is physically 100% a all things Lemon ecosystem. We are starting it that way, and we're going to maintain it that way.
I feel like we've covered this, but just because people are anxious, let's redo it again. The only thing people can do to prepare, correct me where I'm wrong on this, is to just basically have something on the Binance Smart Chain, USDT or BNB or something like that, on the Binance Smart Chain, sitting in a self-custody wallet. There isn't much else they can do to prepare at this point, is there?
No, not really. If you are getting close and you want to swap early, you can. But understand, even in the swaps, we want you to actually go through the light papers. So we're not doing anything too crazy and instant. So even when the L2 project gets listed up and are able to swap, excuse me, on the 11th, that is not meaning you're going to be earning rewards on the 11th. Please go ahead and get your assets situated when you have gone through the light paper and physically seen everything. Although these are free, I still want you guys to go through it and see what you guys are participating in. More than anything, I want you to get excited about it. These projects, guys, are coming down the pipe, and they are just fun, and they are flowing in. We're getting all kinds of support from our friends here in the area and friends of friends, and guys, I'm telling you that the amount of creativity that is coming forward is mind blowing. I've got a few guests that have actually joined me out here from the United States. They'll be going back and kind of seeing some of the very cool things that they've been able to be witness to, but more importantly, they've been a part of and in some of the creative sessions and that of these projects. And I think that's something that's really awesome. And I actually have individuals coming in, I think, for the next 3 weeks consistently. They will have very similar type of experiences, and not only bringing some of their stuff forward, but other things. We also have a lot of L2 projects that were delayed, back during some of the speed bumps. Those will be heading forward and moving on the Lemon L2s. One of them is obviously the crypto ATMs. We have new locations now all the way through the Emirates that we now can place Lemon ATMs up and down the corridor of the 7 Emirates. That is going to be amazing, I think, for not only some great fees, but it's going to be great to have the ability to get more diversified. Hold on one second. Hey, brother, did you get the link that Terry sent you over?
Yeah, I can see he saw it.
Okay, perfect. I will go ahead and have him admit you.
Yeah, he just needs to get on. I'm not seeing him in the background of the studio yet, so I will. put him on stage when he gets here. Yes, Lemon ATMs. Yeah, we talked about those a while. I mean, a lot of times passed by. It seemed like yesterday in some regards and a long time in others, but it's awesome to have ATMs that are ready to go. So.
Yes.
Just a moment, folks. We're just making sure our guest can join us properly. He's got the StreamYard links. Let's give him a minute here and we'll have him on.
All right. I think he's coming in.
Okay. I'm watching for it. Jay, do you want to surprise people tomorrow? Or do you want to tell them a little bit about what to possibly expect tomorrow while we're waiting?
So tomorrow you're going to see some more things, obviously, happen on the DAP and kind of coming through. We're going to go up and visit a couple other Emirates around. I think we'll surprise everybody and kind of just show them some of the other projects and that are in the works. I think it's important to physically have visuals. And so that's something we'll be doing actually with our local partner, but also we're doing it with some of our guests here in town. So I think we'll surprise everybody. I think that's probably a better way to do it. And they're big and they're fun.
Yeah, that's very cool. I'm looking forward to it for sure. And we're all, speaking of new projects and stuff, we're all chomping at the bit to get those light papers in our hands. And I can't wait for minting and staking. Obviously, if we could do them yesterday, we would have been jumping on them. And I see our guest is joining us. Let me add him to the stage and I'll let you introduce us.
Welcome, brother.
Welcome, bro. How are you?
Good. Hey, you've never spoken to Terry, but I'm going to introduce you to Terry, a good friend of mine. He does a lot of these Zooms and that.
Oh, sorry. Just now I see. I was not hearing. Yeah. Hello.
Hello.
How are you, Terry?
Doing great. How about yourself? Great to finally chat with you.
Good as lemon.
Yes, we will. Let's do it. Let's get zesty.
Yeah.
I want to introduce everybody to His Excellency. He's a partner of mine, and he is a great support for not only the Lemon ecosystem, but I will tell you, he runs faster than I do. I've never seen that very much in life, but he is one that comes up with more creative ideas than I ever could. And the most important part is he's a good, genuine individual that cares as much about this community as I do, but also about changing the world. And I think that's where we share a lot of same goals and interests. So go ahead, Terry, and ask some questions and get to know our guests.
Perfect. Well, His Excellency, great to meet you, man. It's fantastic to have you here. We're excited for you to be here. Why don't we start by just giving us a little bit about your background, and then we can get into some of the exciting ideas and visions for where you see this whole Lemon project going.
Well, my background is very big. Okay, so I will make it a shortage. Okay. Well, I'm the CEO, chairman of Zurich Capital Funds, well-established funds, okay, and worldwide, a few countries established in UAE, Singapore, UK, US, and a few other places, Hong Kong and Russia as well. Okay, we are where we are located. We have our offices there. Plus, well, Minister for International Parliament, okay, where I'm being Minister for Foreign Affairs and Ambassador at Large and Diplomatic Line. This is a side. Well, I have His Excellency Media, and which is connected to CATVIS. CATVIS is a platform for communication, well known in Indonesia and Asia and also in Gulf. Targeting of it was 5 million user, which has been changed to CATVIS by Lemon, okay, integrated with a new development. Just some of information about me.
Yeah, and well, speaking of CATVIS, while we're talking,
I established first digital Islamic bank in UAE. Establish exchange in UAE, crypto exchange in Latin America. Okay, CEO, chairman of holding group. It's manage almost 8.5 billion assets.
Nice.
Okay.
Yeah. And you were talking about CatFit. So why don't we start there? Talk to us a little bit about what your vision is with integrating Lemon and kind of where you see that going in the future.
Lemon is not integrated. Lemon is a part of Catfish. Catfish is Lemon. Lemon is Catfish. Okay, that's what I want to clear it. Okay,
Nice.
Catfish is have 5 million users per now. Okay, but we have agreement with Southeast Asia. Okay, for education. Meta Edo is under platform of Catfish. Catfish 1 is done long back in 2006, 2009. Okay, till pandemic 2012. Okay, Catfish 2, which is more featured than even Facebook, Meta, and many other features. Okay, we have it since dedicated years. Okay, not recently we have it. So most of the feature what we have, nobody have it. In kind of a crypto for security, for securing the data, personalize, privacy, and many things, but I cannot disclose it at this moment. Okay, waiting for right moment to be disclosed in announcement.
Sounds good. Do you mind sharing with us what got you excited about the whole Lemon project in general, and what made you decide to partner up?
Well, I was sitting with a brother, Jason. We was taking a beer together.
Nice.
And it came to my idea. I have a bank with full software and a few other software. So we came with the idea, okay, to create something new to benefit the debt and the love people, as I believe how is loyal, okay, to the community. Okay, so he tried to create something new where they can benefit from. Okay, so we came with the idea. I came with a lemonade, or something called even not as per now lemon. Okay, it was something else, but after that we decided to create it lemon. Okay, lemon is lemonade. Was a kind of joke, but after that, in 48 hours, I take it serious and I start to change everything to lemon.
Nice. I love it. So Jason mentioned that you have some other creative ideas for the future. Are there any of them that you feel comfortable sharing at this point in time?
I see that he announced a few of them. Okay, but I prefer to keep it for right moment. But I can give you small hit. Okay, exclusive. Okay, from here, from your interview. If brother Jason will allow me, the bank is not Jason,
Yeah,
bro.
I
Partner,
can't hold it back if I want to. So go ahead.
Okay, the bank is not normal digital bank, which is the feature inside. Okay, you will not find it in any other bank. This is short what I can do and I can say.
Yeah, well, we're excited about that because banking needs a revolution and crypto needs more ease.
We have a player. Yeah. Did you hear about a bank is giving you full-fledged solution, A to Z? All what you need in one hand.
I've left a lot
It's making your life easy and comfort. Okay, from different perspective and different manner. One, okay, that is a banking. Two is for fiat to crypto, crypto to fiat is serving it in the same time. Three, it's having all the other facility what you can imagine and not imagine even, okay, inside the platform. So you're talking about full app. I mean, all in one. Okay, banking, entertainment inside the bank. Imagine.
It's amazing. It's amazing. I love it. I'm excited about it. Jason, I saw you wanted to chime in.
So,
well, I was gonna have him hold off on some, but that's fine.
That's
Jay, knock it
let's
off,
wait.
man.
Let's wait
No,
to
hold
right
back.
moment to not disclose any things at this moment. Okay, but soon we will have the narrative and disclose everything. Okay, in the media, and it will be big booming. Okay, for the benefit of Lemon community.
I think the biggest thing that we do get asked quite a bit, and I'm glad it kind of came up is everybody's asking, well, why can't we know everything now? Why can't we just have all the details? We need to do these things in drips to get people excited a little bit, but more importantly, we have partnerships in large media, and we want to make sure that we give the biggest bang for buck. And part of Brother's comment, we have His Excellency companies that can come in and help us get this out to the masses in a much bigger way. And so by kind of holding some of this stuff back, it's not we're trying to hold it back. We're trying to make sure we get the most exposure when we put this stuff out to the public in the right way at the right time.
I can short also to add to Brother Jason. Okay, it's the biggest project ever happen in time of crypto world. Okay, from a huge base of credibility and a partner. This is in short what I can say.
Yeah, there's some incredible partners. It's just getting so exciting. I think crypto is going to be taken by storm and by surprise. Did you guys maybe want to give a couple little drips about the big event where you want to kind of in the manner that you want to launch it to the world and let them hear about it?
A lot of those details have not been finalized, but yes, we're going to have a launch event. Yes, it's going to be very public. We're trying to work in the month of October, but we are obviously going out to the community now and getting going. But the reality is every blockchain that has ever started on someone else's L1 for the most part. And every single project that I'm aware of basically started with very, very small things that then grew into bigger. This is one that is a massive thing that's going to become even more massive with the way that we both are thinking. And so I would basically second the fact that I have never seen anything anywhere close to this in crypto or blockchain, Web3, even Web 2 to Web 3. Basically, erasing the line between Web 2 and Web 3 is very important for acquisition of new users. I believe that the pieces we're putting into place really make that a seamless transition, and that's very important for everybody at Lemon.
Did you guys want to add anything else? Some closing thoughts or anything? I know we're kind of coming up on the hour here, but I just want to give you guys the platform to share the things that you do feel ready to share, and that people just need to be optimistic and be just a touch more patient, and that good things are on the way.
We are partner. This is the head what I want to say from my side. Okay, with organization of Ministry of Education. Okay, in some countries, I not will say one country, countries. Okay, where we have almost a few million user, around 25 million user base, as they will benefit from Lemon. Okay, for education. This is one. Plus, we are having a partnership. Okay, with, I don't want to disclose it also, but I can give another hit, or Jason, he can inform the people about. Okay, that we have a 20 billion monthly. Okay, follower. Okay, and impression.
Amazing.
Yeah,
not follower. I mean a viewer. Sorry, a viewer.
Yes. Let me kind of get to a firm understanding of what an impression is. An impression is the same user watching 3 separate 30-second views in the same month, and it's 20 billion.
That's how you're defining the impression? That's crazy.
That is the definition of the impression.
Oh, I thought it was less than that. Wow.
So, guys, this is big. We're going to go out there and go large. We are going crazy. And I want to tell you that we want to do it in a very strategic manner. I understand people will be pressing us. I want to make sure everybody understands that you can press all you want. You're going to get stuff when it's appropriate, because we believe internally it's more important to do it right when it comes to the big pops for everybody. And I think that things like this are great. We want to give everybody excitement to kind of go. Next week's the big week for a lot of the stuff with Lemon. We've got exchanges lined up. We've got dApps lined up. We've got the DEXs lined up. So understand this is going to be rolling out very quickly, and you're going to see a lot more of us together and some other faces, I think, popping in sometime in the next month. So.
Fantastic. Any closing thoughts from either of you, gentlemen?
Nope. That's I think that's all you get from us tonight, Terry. You cried out enough.
Perfect. Love it. Well, I'm glad we finally got to
Wait.
Yeah,
Go to
go ahead.
Lemon. Go to Lemon. Lemon is the future. That's what I can say for you, Terry. Wait for every question in your mind. Okay, you will have answer and evidence and the proof.
Love it.
So soon will come, me and Brandon, a partner. We will announce and we'll put everything live for everyone to see it, to test it, to check what we have.
Very exciting, guys. I couldn't be more excited. I'm very excited what's come. Jason, we're looking forward to getting with you tomorrow. I know you had some interesting things to share tomorrow, so we'll be on the lookout for that. I'll await your communication for what time frames you want to set that up for, and we'll connect then. Well, gentlemen, thank you so much for your time. It's so great to see some partners showing up and sharing with the community. So we're excited. I see everyone in the chat's excited. So we do appreciate your time, guys. We appreciate your hard work in the background, and we're very excited to be all things Lemon.
Thank you, brother. Thank you, Terry. Appreciate it. We'll see you guys soon.
Thank you, Terry.
Have a great day, guys.
See you. Thank you. Have a bye-bye.